Okay, this is, I don't know, take 700. My name is Paul Fernetovich, and welcome to Hudson Valley Omnivore. Uh, I guess this is our teaser episode, right? This is the episode that we put up to let everybody know how this is going to go, what this is. And so here we are. Hudson Valley Omnivore is a show about food and culture, very specifically in the Hudson Valley, which I'm sure if you're on this podcast and listening to this, you know where the Hudson Valley is, so I don't need to explain that. And this is not your grandma's food show. We're skipping the critique, we're skipping the reviews. It's not really about that. It's more about enjoying and highlighting the beauty, the flavors, the ingredients, and how they're being used in the food industry here in the Hudson Valley. And we're very, very lucky, as I'm sure you know. So just to go over sort of how this whole thing is going to be formatted, each segment or installment or episode, whatever you want to call it, is going to be about a single ingredient or a single dish or a single genre. And we're not just going to talk about the ingredient, we're not just going to talk about the food, we're also going to trace the history of that ingredient all the way back to when it was invented or manufactured or discovered. And we're going to talk about its cultural significance, where it fits into history, the importance of that ingredient or that dish in multiple different cultures. And is it being appropriated or is it being exploited? Are the people that are developing it or harvesting it being exploited? Because I mean that's just an important part to make sure that we understand the impact of the choices that we make. And then once we understand all that, we share all that, we're going to go and we are going to eat the best version of that ingredient or that dish here in the Hudson Valley. And we're going to share our experiences. We're going to share all the glory that is food in the Hudson Valley, and we're going to reflect on all the best parts of it. Additionally, once we find the best version of all of the food that we try in the valley, we're going to interview the owners and the folks that are making these dishes in these food businesses. And we're not just going to talk to them about the ingredient itself or the recipes that they're using. We're also going to talk about how this particular ingredient might have influenced them or what it was that brought it to their menu. Is there a cultural significance, a familial connection? And we're going to talk about the ins and outs of the business, the celebrations, the disasters around what it takes to actually run a food business here in the Hudson Valley in 2026. And it's called teaser, right? It's in the name. So the first set of episodes and will be segmented. However, it's the overarching theme is flour. As many of you know, flour is a core ingredient to many of the things that we eat. Mainly, and these are the three key categories that we're going to talk about, mainly bread, of course. Bread is life. And we're going to also talk about pizza, which without a good flour, your pizza's definitely not going to be any good. And then also pasta. And along the way, we'll try dishes that include flour that are either bakeries and cafes, pizza joints, restaurants that concentrate on pasta. And we're going to go up and down the Hudson Valley, visit them all, and I actually have the list of the places that we're going to go in the first segment, the first bread segment, and I'm not going to tell you what they are. You're going to have to wait until the first episode. However, I can tell you that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, there are 8 of them, and they're all delicious. And you're going to want to come back. We'll have 3 interviews from 3 separate businesses in the bakery installments, and you're going to want to hear these because they're very, very good, very insightful. Okay, so that's the teaser. That's what we're teasing out, and the first episode drops on the 15th of January. So wash your hands, join me on the pass, and let's fire it up.